What's up, guys? We are talking UFC Fight Night Vegas, Bonfim versus Brown today, and my unretirement from MMA.
All right, he's back.
I'm not back. I can't back that. I'm out. I'm actually so out. I want to be out now, but I still have 2 more fights before I can be out.
I just wanted to see people sing your praises for another week. It was very sweet. It was very touching.
No, it actually was. Everybody's been amazing. Everyone's been super kind. But yeah, I'm out of this joint.
I posted the clip on Instagram, and I figured like either one of you guys probably didn't want it posted, because I know sometimes there's parts of the podcast I don't want posted, and they get posted every week either way. But I figured it was kind of cool because not all the fighters watch our YouTube. So I thought it was cool for the fighters that you've trained over time to get to see it, be able to interact, say some words like Lance, Julia, all those people, like just people that you've come across. I thought that was cool.
I need to actually at some point put out just a quick video, because a lot of people, I mean, everyone has been so positive and complimentary and stuff, but a lot of people, the question I'm getting is, what happened? What happened at Fight Ready? Is something going on? Or what happened with the sport? What? I'm like, there's no what happened. It's just, I'm out. I'm focusing on businesses. And
well, you have a legitimate thing. You have a business you're buying.
Yeah, and I own businesses. I'm buying more businesses when I hang out with my kids more. That's it. That's like the big hot story is nothing at all, but I just want to address that. So it's like nothing crazy. The other thing I want to address, and we talked about this a little bit, throw any fights lately?
Not personally, but I've thought about it.
The rumor is that the first big bet was actually from what city?
Where?
Kansas City.
No way.
Yes.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying there's a lot of ties to the camp. This is something that was near. So guys, for those of you, I guess, who don't know, if you watch the show and you don't know, where have you been? A lot of talk about the Bulgarian fight this weekend. A lot of crazy line movement at the last minute. Yep. Round 1 gets slammed. I was told,
round 1 submission was the big slammed.
No, just round bet. 1. No, just round 1.
Multiple people know that round 1 submission. Multiple big bets came in on round 1.
I got told kind of like earlier in the day that just there was some weird movement on it. So I just put in a little something just like, hey, I don't miss this. Because I remember the last time that it happened with the Shaolin Nerd and Becky fight. And I remember people in the Discord talking about it. And I only put just a little bit. And I was like, wait, I missed everything.
Now, if you were going to connect, we'll get back to the details in a second. If you were just going to connect some dots, have you ever played that game? There's like 6 Degrees from, I think it's Kevin Bacon, where like the movie star, where any movie star can be like connected to Kevin Bacon.
I was
6
obsessed.
Degrees.
There was an actual show. It wasn't just Kevin Bacon. It was, they went to anybody and they said, who do you want to meet? And they go, all right, we're going to follow you on a journey of 6 degrees of separation.
6 degrees, yeah.
Every time they would meet him.
Is there any common separation theme here?
Give me 1 minute.
Okay.
Just 1 minute. Let me think.
Okay. I know it's hard because you're probably not going to come to any conclusions here.
Colorado.
Yep.
Okay, who's famous from Colorado? John Lynch. John Lynch used to play for the Broncos. See?
I see what you did there.
It's connected.
I understand it now.
Head trauma, football,
CTE,
MMA.
We're there.
Makes sense.
It all makes sense now.
See?
If you guys, so I'm watching the fight, and first of all, so I'm big on Bulgarian. Like, his wrestling is good. He's a 3 or 4 time NAIA national champ. I think he's NAIA. Boy can wrestle. And I'm watching him, he shoots, and then he's like just under him, and I'm like, all right, the chain wrestling's gonna come. He's gonna slide out and turn, and he's gonna sit there. Okay, he's gonna stand back up. No, he's gonna sit there. And like, he just didn't, like, we've all been in positions, like in jiu-jitsu. Like, you're rolling with somebody who's not very good, and so you're trying to like let them move and flow, and it's almost hard to not do the right thing, and you're like, it's so obvious I'm just sitting here not trying to win right now. And that's what it looked like with Bulgarian. And he'd be in these bad positions and just like lay down and then move and like hold. Like, he did not look like he was actually trying to win or get out of anything.
But here's the issue that I had with it. I was watching that fight. My cheeks were clenched the entire time. And he did legitimately fight a lot of those shots. I mean, those chokes were a lot of them were tight and they were very deep, and he did fight hands. He did do a lot of the right things with that. He got out of like 5 of them.
But here's
so much so that Yañez, if he didn't finish that, his arms are probably pretty tired going into round 2.
Yeah. Here's the thing though, is Bulgarian, I think, could have actually gotten out of that position anytime he wanted. I think he's so much of a better grappler that he's like, oh, I'm out. Oh, I'm out. Oh, whoops. Oh, I better stop trying so hard. And I say that because he was easily out of those chokes numerous times. No point, not a single time.
Swiveling his hips back to the mat.
Exactly. At no point did he try to get out of the position. Not once.
But then here's my question. Is he having correspondence with Yañez? Is he like, yo, Yadi, this is how the fight should play out?
Nah, I don't think so.
Because how does Yañez know how to do that? I actually had thought about it a lot. And I go, I don't think if I were to throw a fight, I don't want to get knocked out. The submission is the easy way out.
You can't let the other party. You cannot. You have to, as little people as possible, they need to know things. It's probably 2 people knew things from the start. Whoever put in the big bet in Kansas City probably knew a bunch and then told a couple other big hitters. And that's where the line.
You know, I'd be pretty interested if there was someone who we had on our show, and he's probably going to see this. I still love him, but I saw he was like, hey, you got to support my boy. Here's a Bulgarian bet. I don't know if that's enough of a misdirect. I think that dude knows everything too. He's in on everything too. He's a smart guy.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm chewing a granola bar.
You decided to wait until we started the podcast to begin eating. That was an awesome decision.
No, I had 1 bite left, and I thought it was a smaller bite. Like, let me just finish this. And then it was too big. I was like, all right, protein bar is done. The shocking thing about this, I don't know if it's shocking or not, coincidental, just the dramatic thing about this, is just a week or two, we got word that the FBI had gone in and arrested a bunch of basketball players, basketball coaches.
So that was the thing I found interesting, because there were rumblings that the FBI, and even Dana White himself said the FBI was investigating the last one. I know at the time, because we were doing this podcast, and this was at the time I was making a ton of money gambling, and everything was like amazing. I got hit up by a lot of people. I got messaged by a lot of reporters, and we thought we had to quit the show for a bit.
Yep.
And luckily we're both, like, I'm not in the UFC, you don't gamble, and we're very hands off about this, but we were nervous. We're like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah,
with
is
this?
this going to be, but at the time as well, because I know quite a few reporters who had just some more knowledge who are digging into this a lot as well. But the last UFC issue, there's 3 parts to that. Okay. So there's the Derek Minner taking a dive part. There is the
Andre Feely one with Costa. That is insane.
Yeah, that one looks crazy. But with just the whole Minner, Kraus, that whole thing, the FBI was looking into 3 things. One of them was the actual fight. The other was actually that he was running an illegal book. And I'm not saying this is or isn't true. That it was just the investigation. Because being an illegal bookie, well, that's tax evasion, and that's a whole other separate thing. The third part of it was, does that same ring that has this illegal book and fix this fight, are they involved with the NBA? And I heard about that involvement with the NBA back when all this stuff first originally started.
I just listened to the guy who's the insider for the NBA. He just went on Flagrant 2 Schultz podcast and just talked all about it. And apparently the NBA stuff is one mafia mob family, the same mafia mob family that's doing all of that within the NBA.
But I believe they're in the Midwest, Kansas City, Missouri as well. It's not a Chicago. It's a Chicago, Missouri thing, not a New York thing.
The plot thickens.
The plot thickens. And I don't know if all of these things actually match up. This is just the investigation at the time that was going on.
It could be pure coincidence.
It could be. And then now we have a basketball situation. And then another one. It's like, maybe now I'm just putting my tinfoil hat on. We haven't seen dives in MMA like a lot, but maybe now that the NBA is being so scrutinized, they weren't able to gamble on the NBA the way that they were. And so they're like, hey, this MMA thing is cooled down enough. I think maybe it's time to.
Well, and MMA just by itself is so volatile. I mean, at the end of the day, you can always chalk things up to, oh, I just got caught, or, oh, I got taken down, or, oh, I had a bad weight cut, or, oh, I was hurt going into the fight. There's a lot of justifications on why so-and-so performance is what it is.
Why would you wait for an hour before the fight starts to hit the line? Because that's suspicious versus putting something in weeks early or something.
No, it wasn't an hour before, because I heard about it way earlier.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, so it was at least a day before.
Okay.
But the line moves were suspicious, everything. My question is, this was all going on hours before the fight. Why didn't the UFC step in and at the very least go to Isaac and say, are you injured? Can you actually participate?
Yeah, like we don't want any part. Almost like the Pacquiao thing. Remember after he fought Floyd, they're like, "Oh, his shoulder was messed up. This and that." It's like you never should have fought. They should have done some diligence and talked
even if
to
it
both
wasn't
of them beforehand.
Even if it wasn't a fight fix, even if he's going to the fight injured, that's something because they started pulling it off the books. That's all I'm saying. A conversation should have been had. And now there's that Twitter account. I'm not sure if it's real deal or not, but they're like, oh, the FBI is saying now the UFC is complicit in fixing a fight because they allowed it to occur.
Because they knew something was going on and they didn't step in ahead of time. Who knows?
Very interesting. I love when there's some juicy gossip.
I know, and I don't know any of it's even true. Like, none. I mean, Dalgarian might not have even taken a dive. Like,
here's the realistic.
There's just some funny line movement.
But here's the realistic part of all of this. What's changed in the last few years with gambling in general?
I don't know.
It's more widely available.
Oh yes, yep.
Now it's like when we started this, when I started gambling, my first year I made $100,000 and I had no idea what I was doing because we had just crazy juiced Bellator lines that were weirdly short, right? You had like they were fighting drug addicts against like ATT guys, and that was the golden era because everything was mispriced accidentally.
Yeah. And
then more gambling came in. It became legal in all the states. Now everything is money driven. And you think these people who are on 10-10 contracts are happy on a 10-10 contract? You have to fight and win 4 times a year to make a living for your family. How do you make it up with training, with kids and rent? Like there's other stuff on the side. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Now, second controversy of the day.
Yes, I'm wearing a jacket. Yes, it's 80 degrees. I get it.
They can't tell the temperature. No, I don't think that Ante-Waldo Cortez fight should have been restarted. We've seen that on a couple occasions now. We saw it most recently with Matthew.
Hold on. That's my
Neil Magny.
Neil Magny and Jake Matthews.
Jake Matthews.
But that's the other thing too. Is like this feels right now the UFC. It feels like the old days of bare knuckle, where they just kind of start the fight, and then the rules are really subjective, just depending on the day. Like, how are you restarting fights after you already stopped them? Yeah. This has happened like multiple weeks in a row. This one, and they comes back to win. Like we keep seeing it.
We heard the announcers talking about Ante's adrenaline dump. They're like, man, he's got to watch his adrenaline. He was jumping up. He was going up. It's real. Like you cannot, doesn't matter how much you want to win. You have an adrenaline dump. You can't move your body. Like that's it. Like,
I remember having one specifically, and I remember watching the video, and you're talking to me 3 inches from my face, and I'm looking at you, and I can't hear you.
You have no idea. Wah, 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 wah,
my
wah,
eyes are
wah.
glazed, and I'm just going back and forth.
Dude, it's real. And the Jake Matthews fight shouldn't look. It's not like he should have won. It should have been declared a no contest. Like you got to declare these things no contest, but no ref wants to say they messed up, and then they let the fights go, and then now it's like, dude, look at what they did with Henry Cejudo against Song. It was like. The fight stopped. It's going again. Nope, we're going to stop it just so we can, or start the round just so we can stop it again. And like
being able to game these rules has changed this sport so much. Yep. In the old days, when you get poked in the eye and you can't continue, we're just done. Yeah. But now it's like, all right, am I going to win or is it a point?
Yes,
like, it's this game, and it's becoming the game. It's not even entertainment anymore. It's not even fighting. It's all the game.
Yep. And the issue with the Cortez one that I get is he got an eye poke, which, okay, but he turned and is covering up, and the ref didn't see the eye poke or wasn't acknowledging it, and allowed him to take 32 punches after the fact and then stepped in and stopped it.
That's wrong.
Like, versus like, hey, it was the eye poke. It's like, you shouldn't do that. Our guy, Kyle Estrada, the other day with the knee on the ground, he just it ended up being a TKO. They didn't switch it back. It is what it is because he stopped fighting and was like pleading to the ref about stuff. It's like they need to stop this shit.
This is an unforgiving sport, and the eye stuff is the worst stuff of them all. It's crazy.
Yes. Well, let's get into these. I need you to go first because I just have to do a quick text. My son is starting wrestling today. I'm trying to get his assistant coach all set up for everything.
All right.
So yeah, go. Let's go, Gabre.
First fight of the night, we have Robert Valentin at -170 versus Jackson McVey at +145.
All right, I know you're texting and typing, but did you tape this one?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I don't know if Jackson's like UFC level. It's weird because he kind of does everything right technically, and I picked him last time at like +425, whatever it was. I was willing to find out if he was UFC level, and he does everything right. Like he checks kicks, he's southpaw, like Muay Thai looks clean. but I think he has 0 punch resistance. Like the very first punch that Bruno landed on him, he blinked like 100 times. Like what's going on here? And then a lot of submissions and throwing up crazy stuff. I think Valentin's just going to bully him. I think he's big, strong, aggressive. I think he does have a submission game. I don't think he's the most skilled, talented fighter of all time, but I think he's at least belonging in the UFC. He's going to swing and hurt guys. And Jackson McVey, not so much.
Done. Nope, I'm good. That was it.
Right on time?
That was perfect. That was perfect.
All right.
That's perfect. I had to send some stuff. No, I think you said it.
That was a weird bit. We should not do that again.
No, sorry.
You text while I just talked. That was so weird.
I know it's weird. Like, is this enough or not? I know. I'm sorry. No, Robert Valentin, he is 0-3 in the UFC, but he's losing to good guys. First of all, the UFC or the Tough finale. I mean, he's just got blanketed by a really good wrestler, but he had moments there where he came up, got the back, he did the right stuff. Then who was it that just knocked him out? Was it Tulio?
Gautier.
Yes. I mean, like,
you can't blame him for that.
Come on, a bag of milk is going to beat a specimen like that. Like, it's not in the
I wouldn't
cards.
even call Robert a bag of milk. He's pretty jacked.
Relative to Gout, everyone's a bag of milk next to him.
Not me.
But no, you said it. McVey doesn't look like should be there. Like he did a really good job on one of his pre-UFC fights in the tie clinch. Like,
he's got good skills. He looks fine on the mitts and in the gym, I'm sure.
It's just not up to. There's nothing that he does is horrible. But if you need to be, we'll say 9 out of 10 on skill level to make it to the UFC, he's just at a 6 out of 10 on everything. He's just not there. And
pasty Midwest white guy.
Yeah, he just needs either more time or more athleticism
or more melanin.
Something. Yes, melanin's the biggest one. But no, what I remembered most about him in the Bruno fight, or what caught my attention so much, was he actually jumped on Bruno, missed a kick or something,
swung to the back,
and he jumped on the back, and I was like, okay, and he gets there and he climbs up, and then Bruno just like swings him off like almost like a fireman's carry and just dumps him.
It was kind of like a little judo throw.
Yeah.
It was a little drop seonagi.
And it was just, we're done here. And then once that happened, it was just he's laying on side mount. He's not putting his legs up. He's not, like his top game and his back control for like 10 seconds. You're like, okay. Oh, no, never mind.
I hate a man with a sloppy top game.
Yeah. And then Valentin, who's losing, and he doesn't look amazing, but he looks like a fighter, and he'll actually fight. And I got to go Valentin times 1,000.
He hits a nice inside trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's shown areas where he can wrestle. I was laughing though, because I tape bare knuckle all the time, and we see these like crazy underground fights. They're in like a caged area. It's like underneath a highway. Valentin reminds me of a guy that'd be just competing bare knuckle on like a 3v1 kind of thing and just throwing down.
Have you seen anything out there on Lazy Boy doing bare knuckle, like backyard fights?
I
imagine down in Mexico, like
currently doing them?
after he's been in the UFC. He's been doing them like these like backyard fights. Dude just wants to scrap.
I wonder if he's still getting dropped every first round.
All
right. Next fight, we have Miles Johns at plus 150 versus Daniel Marcos at minus 175.
All right. Can I give a conspiracy?
Oh, okay.
So this is it. I mean, honestly, this is in line with everything else.
Please do.
Because remember, we were there, I think cornering Vanessa against, who's the chick? Maria Oliveira, little Anderson Silva type chick.
Yep. Anderson.
And that was the week that Krause had gotten pulled from Miles' corner. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And he had to have it like switched to the last minute. And he was like back there. It was a big deal. And so I'm wondering, I'm like, all right, Onama, close ties, loses first round. Bulgarian, close ties, loses first round. Yañez and Steve Garcia, those are hard guys to hold off for 3 rounds. I mean, they got power. They're something serious. They're going to take the fight. So it's a lot easier to go like, oh, okay, I got hurt, I'm out with, than go to a decision.
Yeah.
However, Marcos kind of jab and front kick you to death. Miles John's a pretty tough guy. He's got a great chin. And the fight could play out like this anyways, but if you were to throw a fight, you'd probably make it super competitive, but just not throw enough volume and just get outpointed by a guy like Marcos all the way to a decision.
Well, you just said that's how Miles Johns is anyway. No.
But hold on. If this fight is in a vacuum, if there's no weird stuff going on, I actually like Miles Johns here.
So here's the thing is, first of all, so he trains at a different gym than the Krause crew.
I'm
Miles
sure
Johnson's.
none of them talk or hang out.
No, but I think they train with, is it Garrett Armfield? I think he trains with
Trey
him,
Ogden,
right?
yeah.
No. Oh, is he at Ogden's gym?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. And Ogden has ties to Krause and stuff. So, okay. So he is 1 degree separated. All right. Tinfoil hat away for a minute.
Yeah, put it away. Yeah. Because it was my first thought.
Yeah, no. Okay. I didn't realize that. Yeah. Okay. But
Krause was going to be in his corner.
Miles Johns beats people up when they want to grapple him, and then he can strike them, or if they want to strike him, but they can't grapple. Like
Marcos grapples every single fight.
No, I know. Well, let's get there. Let me finish my thought. But when people are actually there and fight Miles, he kind of falls apart a little bit. Like he can't stick with it and go. And I think he's gotten infinitely better since he left Fortis and has been up in Kansas City, Missouri, wherever he is right now.
He changed his whole game.
He looks so much better. His cardio looks better. He's not just throwing that big wild overhand. His defensive wrestling has always been good. His defense has always been good.
He counterpunches now.
His chin is good. Like he does a lot of stuff well. And on the other side is Marcos actually has low volume and won't always go and will kind of sit there and go. Now the issue though is I don't know that Miles is going to put Marcos down enough to or be able to hold him there to win. And then standing, I think he's got to land that big swinging overhand, which he could because Marcos is so tall right there, the way that he is. But Marcos almost has like a Peyton Talbot type pressure where he's just there and he's ready to fight you at all the time. And a lot of times like you punch somebody and they move away and then they come back in and you're like, okay, this is like convenient. When people just won't get away from you and they won't piss off, it's claustrophobic. And I think that Miles is going to panic a little bit and panic shoot a little bit. And I think just the optics of him shooting when Daniel's throwing and then Daniel stuffs the takedown and then throws some more. I just think over the course of 15 minutes, I think Daniel's going to have the better moments. And I think unless Miles just fakes a shot, swings an overhand, knocks him out, which we've never really seen him beat up or rocked or hurt before, I think Marcos wins the decision.
Wait, who's never been beat up or hurt before?
Marcos, Daniel.
Oh, he gets hurt every fight.
No, but not like...
No, he gets hurt every single fight. So I was just going to bring this up. So one, he loses almost every single third round to every single person he fights. John Castaneda almost knocked him out at the end of their fight.
Oh, yeah.
Round 3, he's running for his life with 10 seconds on the clock, trying not to get knocked out. In the Adrian Yañez fight, left hook, boom, put him on stilts, round 1. He gets hurt all the time. And you're right, he's low volume. He loses almost every third round. Castaneda was building pressure on him. He's lucky he hurt Castaneda. Otherwise, he would have lost round 3 to him as well. Johns has increased his cardio tenfold. So I'm going to give him round 3 right off the bat because he still kept that high pace, high volume with Matsumoto, who you just talked about. Matsumoto was in his face the whole time. Yeah. He didn't let him breathe. Now watch Marcos. Marcos, round 2, he gets tired. Starting round 2 gets tired, and he's back-footing against Yañez. Yañez, we talk about him all the time. He's kind of a soft body guy. I don't think he's very physical. Yeah. He's more of a 25er type guy. He's backing up Marcos the entire time. And you also have to picture that's the threat of zero wrestling. Because Yañez, 1 doesn't kick, 2 doesn't wrestle. Yeah. So we have Miles Johns, who 1 is taking everything that Matsumoto has, all his best shots. He's firing back in the pocket. He's landing 30 significant strikes around. Like he's keeping the volume. He can wrestle. He's not going to get taken down because Marcos, the second he gets tired,
he's going to shoot.
He shoots.
Yep.
Everyone else, Montel Jackson, we just saw him get ragdolled by Figgy. Yeah. He can't defend any takedowns. Every person Marcos has been able to fight and beat have been 1, way lower tier, and 2, he's been able to grapple them. I think Miles John's low center of gravity, his volume, his cardio, especially the edge in this fight, I think he's going to hurt Marcos late. I actually kind of like the unders. That'll cover any flying knees up the middle from Marcos. But
you don't think it goes to decision?
It could. It definitely could.
I think it's either a very close Miles fight or a very close Marcos fight. But I think this is a very close, like, oh man, how do you score that round?
I'm not discounting Marcos at all because at range, Marcos is nasty. He's got that, the straight punches are great. The front kicks, he's nasty at range.
These guys are both decisioners. Like, I think the over is the
They
way to
are,
play
but
here.
like I said, Marcos gets hurt every fight, and he gets hurt with punches he doesn't see. And if Miles John stays on the outside, he's going to get torn up. That's not a question. He's going to have to get inside and start chucking those, but that's where I see hurting Marcos. They do stay on the outside. I can see Miles John's getting hurt. He doesn't really move his head coming in. So I just think there's a good poke at the under. It's huge plus money. I like Miles Johns.
Okay.
All right, next up we have Tecia Pennington at plus 155 versus Denise Gomes at minus 180.
Yeah.
Okay, I like Tecia Pennington. She's just
Really?
She's way sharper. She's only going to be about an inch shorter in this fight, which is usually like the kind of crazy thing. She has insane volume, good takedown defense. I think Denise is just too wild. It takes too much time in between shots, and she just chases people a lot of times. I don't think she'll be able to track Tecia down. I think at plus money, that's an easy click.
All right.
All right, cool. Next, we have Josh Hokit at minus 400 versus Max Gimenis at plus 300.
We talked about this fight a little bit before the show, and we've got Gimenis. We have Max with, I mean, very little tape on. He's a jiu-jitsu guy.
Oh,
and yes. And he's good on top. And usually he's going against jiu-jitsu guys who are pulling, berimbolo, pulling leg lock attack, pulling, honey hole attacks.
What the hell you just say? Honey hole?
What? And so I don't know. And I have not seen a lot of these guys in either facet, but I have seen a bit of Hokit. The boy's a D1 wrestler, a big, powerful, strong guy. I think if he gets on, and honestly, I think just his punching power, standing,
he fucks with America too.
He's a fucking American, and just that dude swinging and putting you on your ass and beating you up. Give me that guy over a jiu-jitsu guy any day.
Do you think that he's only going to ask for immigrants in his UFC career?
Yeah.
Do you think he'll ever fight an American?
Yeah, no. I mean, he's voting to open the government right now, but all of the Democrats and the immigrants are keeping it shut.
I've
That's what he said.
I've never really asked you about this. How do you feel about those videos where they like meet up with a guy who's been like texting them under the guise of being like a 14-year-old and they just start beating his ass?
I don't know. I think all of it's kind of weird.
Do you like those? Have you seen the videos?
I don't know if I've seen them. I've seen what's the Scott Hansen?
Yeah, that's To Catch a Predator. So
Yeah.
these days, coach, they do the same thing, but they're not like with a TV show. It's just like your buddies will just like take the iPhone. They're like, hey, there he is. We try to meet somebody. And then you just jump this guy and then walk
but why
away.
are they like soliciting other, like that's the
what
weird
I'm
part. Is I'm
saying.
saying. It'd be one thing if you're like, hey, this guy over there was trying to do something with that kid. It's like, all right, let's go beat his ass. It's another thing to be like,
You're trying to run.
let's go.
You're trying to run a pair of 14-year-old tits through AI. Like, who's the creep?
Yeah, like,
and then you commit assault on some like grocery store worker.
Dude, I don't know. I haven't seen those. I've seen the Scott Hansen To Catch a Predator.
I think that's what Hokit's good. His future is what I'm saying. He
Okay.
Does he think that Max Gimenis is a predator? Is that why he asked for this fight? UFC just signed him randomly. They're like this Brazilian immigrant predator. He's trying to make.
He's minus 400. I think Hokit murders him, and I think he's out of there in a TKO round.
Did Dana White put him in this position just to do his political bidding on the mic? He's like, hey, Hokit, there's a little bit too many immigrants here.
I need you to say this after the win. I can't say
his
it,
puppet.
so you say it.
Well, in that case, I actually think he's going to knock him out. I just think Gimenis, he is very good on top. His ground and pound's nasty, but his takedowns are rough, and his stand-up's even worse. He's not comfortable. Hokit's got nice power, actually. I think knockout.
Okay.
All right. Next, we have Mayra Bueno Silva at plus 210 versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti at minus 250.
Okay, you didn't watch this one?
I'm not watching this.
This is like, okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. So I'm like, hey, look, there's a finite amount of time, numbers, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But now it's even harder because we can't get film. So it's like, man, I am picking and choosing. I need January 1st and the whole UFC library to hit Paramount. So I can actually I don't have to.
I did the
click
same
through
because the
100
last
ads.
Mayra fight didn't load.
Yeah.
But here's the deal at the end of the day. One, I will tell you my favorite fights in all of the world is when you match up Brazilian lesbians, shit gets real.
Man, they want to hurt each other.
They're
trying to establish dominance.
Well, yeah, they don't have dicks, so
Who's
they put their
wearing the dress?
Put your little labia on the table. Let's see.
We went there. Gabe, you see that?
I heard it. I saw it. I heard it.
All right.
I just love it. I love it. But I think Cavalcanti's she's got a great volume, great jab. I think I've actually sparred with her before. I think I did a round with her before. I think she whooped me, if I remember correctly. Bueno Silva, just bad decision making. She's got a very square like tie stance, and then I think she kind of short arms her punches. I think Cavalcanti keeps up great volume, great front kicks, very good at keeping her range. One thing that's amazing to me, I just followed her on Instagram. Out of camp, how heavy do you imagine she gets? She fights 135.
Okay, I imagine 205.
Ding, 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 ding. You win.
That heavy?
205.
Are you kidding?
She put out a video. It's like unbelievable. I watch it once daily. It's like my morning routine. I wake up, I rub a little banana peel, and I watch her weight loss video because she started at like 205, and she posts this like picture of like her with like a burger. It's like those old commercials where they would just have that sloppy Burger King all over them, but like not sexy. It's like the opposite.
Wow.
And then she's skinny down for her fight and like dumping out all the water. It was incredible. It's my motivation every morning.
All right.
So she's going to win. Probably a decision.
Okay.
The test will be flowing. Trust me.
All right, next up, we have Adrian Yañez at -220 versus Cristian Quiñónez at +185.
I'm not sold on Quiñónez.
Why?
I don't know, man.
He's so gangster.
He is. He's
actually, no, I'm just mean gangster.
Yeah, like he's down to fight as well.
No, he's down to murder your whole family.
Yeah, I know. But he's up. His technique he's fine. He just doesn't. Everything seems so like he's just a fighter first, and was like, man, don't tell me how to jab. I'm just gonna punch.
You don't think he's clean with the hands?
No, I think he compared to Yañez. So that's I don't think he's bad, but I think when we're going touch for touch, give me Yañez, who's going to be in your face, who's going to rip the body, who's a little bit better of a shell, and kind of knows what he wants. Is like Quiñónez going to shoot and try to grapple, or is he going to clinch? Is he going to stand on the outside? I think Yañez is going to pick him apart standing. I think he's the only thing I don't like is that Yañez, like you said, should really be a 25er. And he's kind of a very small 35er, and Quiñónez looks a little big frame wise for the division compared to Yañez.
You're so off on this one.
Not at all.
I can't wait until you're done coaching so you can start betting.
Yeah.
We'll go head to head.
Okay.
We'll go ahead. I mean, this is not going to be a close fight.
Yañez is going to beat him up.
No, Yañez already said that. Like he was like thinking about retirement, all this stuff. And listen, he throws nothing besides hands. His chin is always up. Will you give me that? He gets hit. He never moves his head. Moves his head.
Head movement.
Quiñónez at least like moves his head. He feints. He throws kicks. He's got very long punches. He threw the longest uppercut I think I've ever seen. It looked like a shovel. I just think he's got more ways to win. Him wrestling Raoni the way that he did and knowing how good Raoni is in the wrestling, I think was very impressive. And if I'm watching the fight with Marcos and Marcos is dead tired, dead to rights, and Yañez is still pressing him and Marcos is still able to take him down, I have to think that Quiñónez is going to have success. And I think he's got more gas than Marcos did. So I like Quiñónez at this big number. I think he's the side here.
All right. We'll see.
It's going to be a war though. It's going to be a fun
Saturday.
fight.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Jamall Emmers at +122 versus Hyder Amil at -142.
Do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
I really wanted to like Jamall here because I think both of us over the years, we respect him a lot. He's very talented. It's weird how he's been fighting lately though. It's like he used to put together 15 minutes and he was clean and he was sharp. And now he's kind of like, I'm selling out all in. I don't care about round 2. And against a guy like Hyder Amil, that sounds like the worst game plan you could possibly have because he's going to drown with you round 1. Round 2, he's going to find it, and he's going to punch hard, and he's going to be in your face and go on takedowns. I think Jamall's got about a 2-minute window to knock out Hyder. I think Hyder takes over, pressures him the entire time. He stayed a lot more active, and he's just kind of mean. I like Hyder here.
It's funny you say that because I was going to say, like, I'm super biased toward Jamall Emmers, like just as a whole.
Because he's so talented.
I like him a lot. I like everything he does. And then I'm watching his last fight, and he's just overextending and just like there's moments where he's just who was it?
Remember when he used to just touch people and move, and it was so clean?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is not Miranda, of course. It was the Nate Landwehr fight.
Yes,
where he is just touching him at will, and then he's just over swinging and overthrowing and over everything, and then that chin is just kind of up. Like he's so good, and then I'm like, what the hell are you doing here?
And I rank Hyder's power a lot more than Nate's power.
Yes, but they're very similar in the
grimy style.
Yeah, like just it's funny in that fight. Nate looked like he was about to quit, almost not about to quit, but about to get like knocked out or submitted or lose. And then the second he saw that like Jamall was like gonna brawl with him, his power bar just went like
well, he just touched him with one jab, and then he goes, "Oh, I can do this over and over."
And
again.
then you just see him go from like, I'm backing up, I'm getting hit, I'm getting pieced apart to like, oh, I'm winning. I mean, it was just a change. It was a 1 second change. And Hyder, he's down to fight. He will throw,
and he's a tough some bitch.
He's a tough son of a bitch. His cardio is wrestling. Like I'm with you. I think either Jamall's going to win a point decision where he just does enough to, get to the third round and win, or he's going to look great until he gets knocked out, like the Landwehr fight.
I kind of think it's like this. Like if we watch the Gomes fight, Hyder looked good in that fight. I mean, he was pressing him the entire time. I think Gomes is at this stage in their careers. I mean, Emmers is 36. I think Gomes is way better.
Yeah.
He moves. He's fast. He's dynamic. He can wrestle. He does everything correctly. Emmers, I would rank his power probably a lot more than Gomes. But if he uses the power, he's going to gas.
A puncher versus a deep
run. Oh, come on. Do not start this shame with me again.
No, I'm with you. I love Emmers. I think Hyder is going to get it done. And I think it's going to be Emmers' undoing of him, not Hyder's game plan or doing so much stuff, looking him. Not that I think he's going to look bad, but Emmers should be able to just pick and point his way through.
Hyder's pretty consistent in what he does. Yep. He's just a wrecking ball. So, let's move forward.
I'm with you with Hyder here.
All right, next up, final fight in the prelims. We have Marco Tulio, minus 200 versus Cristian Leroy Duncan at plus 170.
I'm actually shocked that Duncan is a dog just because.
Really?
Well, not just how big of hype he has had, or like that it wasn't like very close or like split. I mean, look, I think Tulio is amazing. I'm just shocked that the lines, because they've
based
always
on the hype.
Yes, and the books have always loved Duncan, and so I was just shocked to see them actually line it this way.
Now, how would you line it if it were up to you?
I would line it Duncan plus, what did you say the odds were?
Duncan is plus 170. Tulio is minus 200.
Yeah, I would plus 120, something like that, plus 130.
You think it's a lot tighter than what the odds are
I think it's a much closer fight.
Okay.
And I think Tulio, here's the thing, Duncan is losing to Gregory Rodriguez and Armin Petrosian, okay? And then he's beating kind of lower level guys. So he's beating guys that can't put stuff together. And we talk about this all the time. The people with the pull right hand and go. They do that, but then if that doesn't work, what do? And so you have a guy like Duncan who's super athletic. Everything is very big and very dynamic and really explosive. But against Gregory Rodriguez is like, okay, jab. Okay, jab, double leg, jab.
The second that somebody has fundamentals against him, he falls apart.
Exactly.
It's kind of like, I remember, this is my favorite example, and you kind of coached us through this one, Dominic Cruz and Cody Garbrandt when they fought back in the day. Because you'd always kind of used to train with Dominic Cruz. People don't know that back in the Tucson days, all that stuff. And Dom does all the footwork, but the second that someone actually just met him in the middle and car crashed him, all that stuff stopped. And all Armin Petrosian did in that fight was like, oh, I'm just going to meet you here with a jab instead of trailing and going away.
He's just not going to be wowed by the crazy big stuff, and you're just there and settled and going. That said, and I think Tulio is very fundamentally sound. I think he does all of the right stuff. The issue with Tulio is, God, he leaves his chin up and he's square. And against a guy like Duncan, you're like, dude, that thing can get hit. The other thing is Duncan will, like against Rodriguez, when Rodriguez was beating him up, taking him down, Duncan actually started trying to clinch him and push him to the fence. And I actually wonder if it's not going well for Duncan in the first 3 minutes, if he turns it into just a clinch fest on the fence. And that's actually why I think it will be close, because I don't think Duncan's an idiot. I think he's actually smart. I think he's
British.
they're very smart.
Not smart enough. I mean, we got the whole country.
No, but I think he does a lot of the right stuff. I just think he's too big of movements, and I think it's going to be a close fight. Duncan's hard to put away. He has a good chin. He's shown durability with Rodriguez and Arman. So I think Tulio wins a close decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if Duncan makes it just such a boring, weird fight where you're like, ugh, that could have gone either way.
I think that Duncan is he's too athletic for his own good. I actually think if he was less athletic, it would serve him well because it would change the entire way that he fights.
Well, that's so many people. That's so Terrence McKinney. Like if he wasn't athletic, he would have learned technique, but he's that athletic, so he can do the dumb shit that he can do.
But that's my issue is that all the techniques he does are just all athletic techniques.
Yes.
And I really don't think he's a one-shot kind of guy. I mean, he's winning by knockout against people that are, again, super, super low level. The way that I look at this, I think Tulio is fundamentally, honestly,
he's good. He's solid.
He's unbelievable. Yep. The volume, the pressure, everything he does is pretty insane. But you did have a very good point, and this is the way that I could see this going. And I always try to be objective on both sides. We are going to have a Brazilian who, even though he is amazing, he is a little bit of a plotter, right? He kind of follows guys, and he's like, all right, here's my target. Now it's time to go. Versus a guy who's going to move. And a guy who does have a nice jab, he does touch, and he kind of zips in and out. That is something. And you're right, Tulio does keep.
And then he will clinch as well. And so the darting in and out, clinch, hold, hang.
I think that Tulio's clinch game is nasty, though. I think anytime that he does that, I think he's going to get hit with a million knees. I think he's going to be on the pressure. And the last thing I believe is that Cristian Leroy Duncan, I feel like, is a front runner. I think the second that he starts losing and these spinning techniques stop working, he weirdly doubles down on him and just kind of goes for Hail Marys instead of working his way back into fights. I like Tulio. At first, I kind of thought the line was short. You're making me consider otherwise, but I like Tulio here.
I think Tulio is going to win a decision. But again, I think it's I think the rounds, it might even be like 30-27. I won't even contest that, but I don't think it's going to be like, oh, he beat his ass this round. It's like, I give this round to Tulio.
Nah, he's gonna smoke him. Send him back to where he came from. What's worse travel? Just logistically, coming from the UK to Vegas or from Brazil to Vegas?
Wait, the UK to Vegas or Brazil to the UK or Brazil to Vegas? You're saying
Brazil to Vegas. That's where they're fighting.
I would say UK to Vegas is worse than Brazil because Brazil at most I think would be a 4-hour difference. But
okay,
UK, you're looking at an 8-hour difference.
Yeah, and then flying, isn't it worse to fly back that direction?
I think it is. Like flying to Australia is the worst thing I've ever done. Or Australia and Abu Dhabi are the worst time situations. Going to Europe doesn't bother me.
It's coming back
much. It's even that coming back. It's not so bad, but Australia kills me, and then the Middle East kills me.
All right, well, those don't help us at all.
I'm just saying.
Cristian Leroy Duncan's from the UK, so
I think he'll be fine.
Apparently it's negligible. All right, next fight.
All right, first fight on the main card, we have Ricky Simón at -153 versus Raoni Barcelos at +133.
I thought we were cooking on that answer. I thought we were linked up, and then you derailed us. I got confused at the end. I was like, hell yeah, it's going to be tougher from the UK. Tulio's going to smoke his ass. And then you're like, yeah, it's fine. It's chill.
I said Tulio wins.
All right. What do you like in this fight? This is a personal one for me.
Okay, so
this is going to break my heart either direction.
Yeah. These guys are awesome. We've watched.
Ricky does your move now.
Which one?
The far side.
Oh, I know.
Because I did it at, shout out Coach Ben. I did it at Coach Ben's place. Ricky saw it and was like, I'll be doing that tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he started doing it. It's sick.
So, Raoni, we know as Raoni.
I party with the boy. I love him.
Raoni's awesome, man. We've said this since the first Raoni fight I think we've ever called. He is older than any other Brazilian dinosaur relic that has ever been.
Have we got a DNA test between him and Poton? Like, dude, they're like the same guy.
I don't even know what species Raoni is. And then you have Ricky, who's just this. Who traditionally his last couple fights he's slowed down a little bit and hasn't been, but man, pushing the pace, going, swinging. So I love both of these guys. I think Raoni beat so many people with his wrestling, and he can strike. His striking is decent, but his wrestling has always been really top notch. Where he's getting the takedown. We saw it with Talbot. He's getting the takedown, holding position, controlling. The issue with him is he doesn't ground and pound, and he didn't do this with Talbot until like kind of the very end. Is you're just controlling, hanging.
You really got to pound Talbot,
yeah,
so you really got to like
lots of poundings, and he can take it too. He can take a pounding.
I put a funny comment. There was like the post that came out about the Cejudo matchup, and they're like, "Yeah, I heard he's going to be training with his wrestling with Frank Ocean on this one." And I was like, "Well, that's funny because Frank comes from a wrestling background, so."
Yeah. But Ricky, I think you called it
against Javid, but it didn't happen the way I thought.
No, yeah, it didn't. No, but I thought it was Jack. No, I think we both called Jack Shore.
I was on Jack Shore, and that's my issue with Ricky is it still feels like he keeps getting lucky. He's getting beat up by Javid the whole time, getting beat up by Shore the whole time, and then boom, and then boom.
But here's the thing is I think that Barcelos needs to win a wrestling game plan to really beat a lot of these guys. And I don't know that he's going to out wrestle Ricky. And I think the wrestling, if Barcelos does try to do it, is going to tire him out more than it will Ricky. And the thing that Ricky does, it's the wrestle and the overhands and the wrestle and the punch. He mixes those, I think, significantly better than Raoni. And I just think that high, low, we're wrestling, we're punching, we're wrestling, we're punching. I think even if it doesn't knock Raoni out, which I could absolutely see, because I think he has a lot more power than Raoni, I think it'll do enough damage over the course of 15 minutes where I hate to say it, but I really like Ricky Simón here.
It does break my heart also, and I really wanted to like Raoni, but here's the other issue I have with Raoni too, is he pushes a lot of his punches. When he's standing...
And he's always been fragile, just body-wise. He's had a lot of injuries, and now we've seen him get knocked out and hurt a little bit recently.
Yeah, he's getting tagged in the Quiñónez fight. Like, there's a lot going on with Raoni, and I love him. But, yeah, he, like, pushes a lot of his punches, so he gets this insanely high volume. And you can tell it actually like stings guys, but it also, you can tell it doesn't score a lot for the judges either. And the Ricky big bombs, the Ricky pressure, the Ricky getting in on takedowns, I think you're right. I think that is going to wear on Raoni. And the chin obviously is a liability, the age. Like you said, kind of the Daniel Marcos effect. They kind of strike in similar ways. A lot of jabs and low kicks, and then you get in trouble, you start wrestling.
The other thing is I'm curious if Ricky puts Raoni on his back, boom, just big blast double, puts him down in the middle of the cage. Can Raoni get up well? Does he react well? Does he play on the bottom? How does that play out?
Yes to all of that, because Raoni does play off his back a little bit, but it's weird because Ricky is really good at controlling, but awful at the same time. He kind of lets everybody, it's the Evloev thing where he lets you get up to your knees and then he re-wrestles you. So I don't know. I think you're right. Just plays mostly into the gas tank.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Ismael Bonfim at -210 versus Chris Padilla at +180.
Is he related to Gabriel?
I don't think so.
Bonfim?
Wait, what's the name again?
It's Ismael Bonfim.
Call me Ishmael.
Do you have the hometown listed? Where's he from?
They're both from Brazil.
Well, that's a big country.
Padilla is from Brazil as well?
Padilla? Wow.
No, I thought we were talking about the Bonfims.
Yeah, where's this one from specifically?
Padilla is from the States.
God damn it! Never mind.
The guy missed the whole bit.
All right,
he missed the whole bit.
Fill me in.
We just did this bit before the show. You were in on it.
He's from Brasilia.
All right.
We're talking about Ismael being twin brothers, right?
We don't know what you're talking about. And Brandon, would you?
I think Padilla is amazing.
Listen. I said.
Shut your mic, Enzo. Enzo, turn the mic off.
Mute the mic. Excuse me.
I said he and the main event.
Why? Look, he's still trying.
They're from
he's
Brazil.
Still trying to get
his spin cycle right now. He's going crazy.
He can't handle it. He's about to glitch.
He lost the joke and now he's going crazy.
I'm trying to find it again.
It's like, yeah, so they're not related, are they?
Chris Padilla. He's from the States.
We like that fun here. Yeah.
All right, give me your thoughts on this fight.
I like Padilla's actually impressed me a lot more than I.
Padilla, hold on. I'm gonna let you go. Padilla's a guy that was brought in to lose, and now he just keeps winning.
He's defensively very sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that it? Are we done?
I mean, what else do you want to add? I mean, that's it. He's very sound.
I mean, he hits hard. He's knocked out a couple people.
Not really.
Didn't he knock out Rong Zhu?
That was a doctor stoppage.
Oh, but he busted his eye up. I was actually surprised at how well he did with Jai Herbert. That was actually
Yeah, but
He
he probably
been
should have
beat up
lost the
there.
fight still.
yeah, Rong Zhu. And then Yantop, he knocked out Yantop and Justin James, or he choked out Yantop and he knocked out Justin James beforehand. My point is that he is dangerous and he is a lot better than you would expect. Like,
He doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. His volume is kind of low and he sits on his back foot. And he actually looks small for 55, which Bonfim is short for 55, but he's thick. Whereas he actually looks like he should be a 45er.
Bonfim's probably just going to bomb on him. I mean, he kind of has a sitting target that's just playing
Yes.
defense.
And I think Bonfim is just a little bit more educated with the mix of the calf kicks. He times his punching really well, and he will mix a little bit of I don't even want to call it wrestling, grappling per se, in with his strikes. Padilla just keeps laughing at everybody as everyone's picking against him every single
if
fight.
that guy's ever laughed in his life.
That's true. He seems very serious.
I just went to see MMA. I saw him there. I don't know if he says a word. I think he's like kind of like the Goonies guy. He's like the guy living in the sewers.
Hey. I
He's
like
kind of like, hey, talk to anybody you want. Just don't go over there.
Don't go over there. I like Bonfim here.
He's chained to the wall and shit.
I like Bonfim. I think his power and I think his pressure are going to be a lot for Padilla to handle. That
He posts anime on his Instagram all day long. Like one dude's like posting like acai and like Jesus and shit. The other guy is like, look at this magazine.
So who's more powerful, Pikachu or Jesus? We'll find out. Yeah. All right. I think we're both on Bonfim.
All
here.
right. Yeah.
All right, next up we have Muslim Salikhov at plus 155 versus Uroš Medic at minus 180.
I'm going to go on this one.
Have I ever told you the story? I'm just kidding. I saw your face.
All right, I'm out. All right, you guys, this is my podcast retirement too. I can't handle this shit.
Have I ever told you that time I met Muslim Salikhov at the grocery store and he started saying,
So Uroš
death
Medic,
to Ukraine?
I feel like I'm always big on Muslim and you're always like down on Muslim.
No, that's not. I glaze Muslim every time. I say, I try to learn everything I could. I think he's a phenomenal striker. He's amazing. He's just old.
And Uroš, I'm usually on the opposite side of, I think, like
He's so awesome and handsome and he punches really hard and super young and hung.
And I was actually thinking before I watched tape, I'm like, man, I think Uroš is actually going to be fast enough to just snipe down the middle and catch Muslim, like just because age, youth, speed, but then I'm looking at Uroš and he will kind of sit back. And I think if he goes out there and just swings right down the middle at Muslim, I think he can catch him. But man, watching the Puna fight again, and then even in his last fight, like he is fast and he is dynamic and he does a lot of stuff. I mean, like he's a fine striker. He's an athletic striker, fast athletic striker. I don't think he's a good, fundamentally sound striker, but I think he's
dangerous as hell.
He's very dangerous, exactly. But then he actually kind of sits back and he waits and and Muslim is just so educated in his striking.
He's probably one of the most technical guys in the UFC.
Right? And so outside of age and expecting him to death gas in the third round, I mean, I give him all of the check boxes on that side. The wrestling, the striking, everything. I mean, look, he's old. He's old.
He's looked good.
But he's looked good. And that's the thing is he's looking really good lately against a guy who has got to, I think, put him away in the first round. Give me some Muslim here.
It's tough because Uroš, he's the weirdest guy in the world. His chin is not good, I don't feel like. And he takes a lot of risks when he doesn't need to. He's been technically superior to most guys he's fought in the striking, but that's going to end here. He's obviously not as technical. It's kind of what we said. You have like the young, dangerous guy versus like Mr. Reliable, fundamental.
Yep.
And what do you take? And what was the odds? Muslims, plus 185 or something?
155.
How do you not
take Muslim at plus 155?
Especially because he's been in Colorado, so that the altitude's going to help him. Honestly, he's just pretty clean. And if Uroš does sit back and they have a technical, it's not pushing his cardio.
No, like please let that happen. And the other thing too is if Uroš does swing heavy early and it doesn't knock Muslim out, just clip him. Muslim will shoot and wrestle and clinch and put him on his back.
And I think that's where Uroš gets tired is in the grappling.
And that's where Muslim gets tired as well. But I think Muslim
actually now
can
that
get safe there.
I think that's actually an awful idea. If Muslim starts grappling, I'm betting Uroš big time because Uroš has shown really good takedown defense as of late. Right in the fight against the guy who looks like a caveman. We talk about him all the time.
Oh, Semmelsberger.
That's not who I'm talking about.
Oh. Semmelsberger looks like a
freaking Mongoloid who took him down and ended up choking him, but he defended like 100 takedowns.
Oh, Mikto Beck?
Oralbai. I should know the legend. I should know the GOAT.
You should know the GOAT.
It's like Mount Rushmore's like him, Kyle Bochniak. That's like it, you know? I don't know. I think that'll wear on Muslim more, but I think his striking's fine. I think he's going to out touch him on the feet. I like Muslim here too.
Yeah.
All right. In the co-main event, we have Matt Schnell at plus 230 versus Joseph Morales at minus 270.
Well, let's start by saying this. One, you reposted a little Schnell interview the other day. Was sick. He is an awesome guy. He's so funny. He is just down to fight.
He's down to fight. People do not know the brain on that guy. He just gets it. He gets it, and he's like, he just gets it. I
love.
He's super technical.
Yep.
He's tougher than shit. He gets the sport that we're in, that it's a hurt game, and that this is what you're there to do.
It's entertainment, and that's why he's still here.
And he's down to fight.
He's been a topic of conversation on this show for many, many recording minutes, talking about the two-handed tap. We have gone segments about it.
Yes, but then also I was just with Schnell down in Louisiana.
And
then I was with him down in Mexico City and different stuff. We were talking about the Louisiana, or when I was down there then, and he was telling me who he's fighting and everything. And I actually talk with him kind of on a regular basis and stuff. And he travels out of town to run camp and doing stuff. But one thing that he said was,
where does he do camp at?
He's done it in Fortis a lot, but he's not right now. He's at another place right now.
Are you allowed to say?
I just don't know. I just don't remember the place where he's at. It's not secretive. He's on.
Is it Kansas City?
It's on Instagram. No.
Oh,
wish it were. But one thing that Schnell was saying in his last fight, he's like, man, sometimes he's like, he's just too willing to go into the fire. He's like, he's like, I get that itch and I just want to go in. And, we're talking about him I said, like, just be more technical. You don't need to go in the fire and go punch for punch to beat a lot of these guys. You're technical enough to do it on the outside. And with Morales, I think he's a very okay striker. I think
he's serviceable. He stays safe. He's clean.
It's good. He likes his body shot. He likes that left hook to the body. But he's not like amazing. He's not super dangerous of a striker either. Like he's knocking people out. And
I was just gonna say, and then,
but his wrestling isn't amazing. But his jiu-jitsu looks good. When he does get control, he actually looks like he knows jiu-jitsu well and grapples well. I mean, literally just the only issue is the Matt Schnell factor. It's like Matt is better everywhere.
Going to find a way to lose.
Yes. And does he get clipped? Is he winning like the entire fight and then just gets clipped? Or is he winning, then shoots and then gets submitted? And I want to say no to all of those things because I love Matt. And the guys who he's double tapping against are Royval. I mean, like, dude, Royval has shown us. We didn't know how good Royval was at the time. And now Royval is like one of the top guys in the division type of guy. So Matt's only losing to these really good guys. Man, I want to say Matt.
I don't think you can. It's going to be his retirement fight.
I want to say Matt can get it done.
Like 15 minutes to keep this savage off of him. It's a tough task.
I don't know that he's a savage. I think he's just a young guy that isn't going to quit and is tough enough to just keep pressing.
Look at the guy he just beat. That dude's face looked like it got run through a meat grinder.
I know.
He had big old cauliflower ears, and that dude just like took him down effortless.
But that was over the course of time. It wasn't like, what I mean is it's not like one punch is doing that and dropping people. It's a
no.
It's
I was
an
just
accumulation of.
No, I didn't say he damaged the guy. I just said the guy was ugly. That's all I meant. Like
I thought you meant he uglied him up.
No, he's like some Eastern Bloc,
Mongoloid,
nasty looking guy, and he just was like, oh, okay, walk in the park. I'm gonna take you. And Schnell, I mean, Schnell's like you said, he's very athletic. Like what? He's probably a brown belt level, like solid jiu-jitsu guy. Yeah. And he's just going to get tapped because that kid is good at finding backs and he's handled dangerous opponents.
Just being there long enough. I know. I want to. If it was Matt a couple fights ago.
This is a co-main event, mind you.
I know.
Who do you think they're showcasing?
No, I know they're building this kid up.
Ultimate
They're-
Fighter winner or 36-year-old Schnelle Dog?
Yeah.
You can have that nickname too.
All right.
Schnelle Dog.
Done.
All right, before we move on to the main event, is there anything you guys want to mention?
Oh, we swept bare knuckle last week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Nice.
clean sweep on bare knuckle. That was sick. I did it really well.
Nice.
So join the Patreon, join the Discord. 2 weeks till the next bare knuckle. We're gonna sweep that one also. And I like this week. There's a lot of action this week.
Is there? Who's
Yeah.
fighting this week? Where is it this week?
Yeah, so join the Patreon, join the Discord, dickhead. You're like, name 5 fights. All right, dickhead. Move to the next segment. Transition. This is media.
All right.
FBI, he put in a bet I saw. I could take this show back in your house. You're going to have to unlock once a week. I'm still coming.
Moving on to the main event, we have Gabriel Bonfim, no relation to his brother Ismael Bonfim, at minus 190 versus Randy Brown at plus
I hate
120.
you, bro. I hate you, bro. That was a funny bit when we did it and then got all messed up. People don't know this. We used to run back and forth and just mess with people like this. It would be any random topic, and we just kind of like would give each other the wink, like just run with it. All of a sudden, we were
We know what we're
doctors,
doing
and
here.
We got this. Who's the fight again?
This is a main event.
Bonfim versus Randy Brown.
This is going to be a good fight, actually. I think that Randy Brown's good. I mean, we'd never give him his due.
I do. I'm always on the Randy Brown train. Go back, look through the tapes. I don't think I've ever said that man was losing,
Never.
except for Jack Dilla.
That's the only time.
I'm literally probably is. Like I'm big on Randy Brown.
I don't think he's going to win here. And here's why I don't think he's going to win here. There's been too many times where he just makes kind of bad decisions. He's got it's weird. His technical ability is actually really nice. And he makes, how do I describe this? Like he looks sloppy, but he's actually doing the right things when he does them. He's just so tall. Sometimes it makes his actions look clunky, even though he's making the right decisions. But I think in this fight, Bonfim has really impressed me. Like beating Wonder Boy the way he did, his wrestling, his grappling, his aggression, he fixed his cardio. I think it's actually going to be the body work that's going to do it. Forward pressure, body work. Randy does play on the back foot a whole lot. He's shown he can get hurt. He gets hurt in a lot of fights. I think this is a setup for this Bonfim to start looking towards title contention. I like Bonfim for the win.
First of all, that Bonfim Wonder Boy fight, I thought, I definitely don't think it was a robbery, but I could have seen it going the other way just from damage, and Bonfim would just get a takedown or get a little bit of control and just hold
Ride
on
it
and
out.
not do anything
Yeah.
with it at all. And
I had Wonder Boy in that fight, and I do agree with you, but I think Wonder Boy is such a crazy puzzle to figure out, too.
absolutely. So it was, and then the other one that I thought was really close, I'm not saying it was a robbery or even was the wrong call, but it could have gone the other way, was Brian Battle and Randy Brown. Like that was a really,
I had a bet on Randy Brown in that fight.
and Randy Brown looked great. Randy Brown's boxing in his range, in his jab, and then the tee is solid. Even his takedown defense, first line takedown defense, clinch work, hip tossing, Brian Battle, and then actually body lock taking him down twice. He's actually really good. Randy Brown is really good. The issue, gosh, I want to pick Randy Brown. I want Randy Brown to win. I love Randy Brown. The stance is going to get him calf kicked just early.
A million times.
But more so than that is Bonfim will close the distance and he'll grab Brown. And Brown, it's not going to bother Brown at all until round 2 starts. And we saw that with Battle. Like Randy Brown in round 1,
Sharp, picking him apart.
pieced him apart.
He hit him with some shots where I went,
I
oh
know.
my.
Beat him up. And Battle just doesn't defend anything. He's like, hey, man, I'm tough. You're going to hit me. I'm going to come back at you. I mean, just.
Why did Battle get cut? Is he got some gambling shit going on too?
He missed weight too many times.
Yeah, but he kept winning and winning and winning. They don't do
know,
that
but-
shit randomly.
Anyway.
C-Rod's missed weight. He got a job still.
So then we saw Randy get tired in the pressure of Battle broke Randy, and he just fell apart a little bit after
And
that.
Battle's not the level of striker Bonfim is. He's-
Battle's not the level of anything that Bonfim is. He's
Just
just
there.
tougher than shit and will press you and crowd you and go.
Yep.
And that's what people don't realize in MMA, man. Sometimes being better doesn't matter. So that just having huevos,
Look at the
hang
Emmers and Amil fight.
that's it, man.
Emmers is way better.
Infinitely. It doesn't mean he's going to win. And so I think Bonfim is going to close the distance and crowd, and calf kick, close the distance, crowd in a 5-round fight with all that grappling and all that clinch work and the pressure of Bonfim. I think Bonfim is probably going to get a finish in. Give me Bonfim by choke at some point.
I think he snatches that
I
rude
think-
boy neck.
I think at some point he's going to grab the neck, and that's going to be all she wrote.
It's a safe bet to always play submission against
The
you know
guys
what?
from New York.
The guys from New York. That's what I was going to say. Did you hear? Did you hear? She's in love with a Rasta man.